What is up, guys? It is Thursday. We'll try to keep this video short. Pouring down rain. It's slacking up a little bit. I'm waiting to go into the shop here and get some work done. So I just figured I'd pound this video out real quick. There is some, I see this all the time. So there's guys out there that run a wash truck and they really get beside themselves about new guys getting into the market, into the industry, and the guys that help them get into the industry, like us providing equipment or providing training, or some of the other guys out there that provide training. Sometimes they get bent out of shape about, people putting info on YouTube that's basically providing some very minimal training on YouTube. And these guys, I've seen a lot of them, they focus on trying to control the market pricing on things, and if somebody charges lower than what they think is okay, they'll call them out, or they'll screenshot it and post it on Facebook groups, and they'll say, hey, this guy's charging way too low, we gotta help him get his prices up so that we don't kill the market. And I do understand that, and I appreciate that. If somebody's out there way undercharging for stuff, it's not a bad idea to reach out to them and say, hey, FYI, you can make a lot more money. At least if I'm going to lose a job to a competitor, I would at least like to know that he made a decent living while he was over there, and he's not doing it for a third of the price. But you got to be careful with that, because there's no set pricing for what we do. Okay, there's no competition is healthy. Do you think that mom and pop grocery stores liked it when these chain supermarkets came to town and put them out of business? No. And I like little mom and pop grocery stores, but the fact is, did the chain grocery store that came into town, did they put the mom and pop grocery store out of business, or did the customers put the mom and pop grocery store out of business? The chain grocery store just offered a product and a service at a better price. Who made the decision? The customers, because they went to that other store and they bought their products because they were cheaper, or they had a better selection, or whatever. And because of that, the mom and pop went out of business. We used to have a Winn-Dixie here in Roanoke. It's no longer here because Walmart opened a supercenter with a grocery section in it 15 years ago. And Winn-Dixie, which was a southern U.S. Grocery chain, medium-sized grocery chain, they went out of business. Now, they had a great store, but do you blame Walmart? Well, everybody hates Walmart, but let's boil it down to what really happened. No, the customers dictated what was going to happen. So if you've got a new guy that's popping up into your area, you've got to understand that the customers are going to be the one that decide what is fair and what's a good price and what's a good level of quality and who they want to use. So it's your job to out hustle that person, to out market that person, to you may have to compete on price a little bit. That's capitalism, guys. You don't have to like it, but you got to respect it. It's pouring down rain. I hope that you can hear me in this video. You don't have to like it, but you got to respect it. Now, here's another thing to think about. The places that Walmart is getting their food from, Walmart don't own the food distribution place. They get it, they buy it, right? Did Winn-Dixie say, man, I hate those places that sell, the farmers, they're selling Walmart the food, they're putting us out of business? No. That's what we are. We are a training company, we're an equipment manufacturer, and we run a wash truck. I understand the struggle of running a wash truck, trying to be successful, and new guys keep spawning up, in your surrounding area. And if you're not careful, you'll start looking at the guys that are providing training and equipment and saying, hey man, quit doing that. You're hurting our market. I don't care about your market. I do, but I don't. And let me explain. On a personal level, I want you to be successful. But at the end of the day, it's business, and business is ruthless. And if me and that guy right there, Dustin, if we don't provide the equipment and the training, then somebody else will. These guys have already made up their minds that they're getting into the industry. There's no such thing as keeping them out. They're going to do it. Whether they build it themselves, they do all the research online, and they trial and error it until they figure it out, they're going to get into the business. There might as well be a vendor that makes a profit off of them and tries to push them in the right direction, gets them going, makes a little bit of money and helps them out and gets them into the field, because they're going to do it either way. My dad used to have that philosophy. Don't tell anybody how we clean roofs. You're going to create competition. That's true. But the cat's out of the bag now because we've got the internet. There's no stopping them. Let's say you've got a town of 10,000 people. In that town, you've got 3 or 4 lawn care companies, right? They run their little lawn care company. Well, let's say next summer or this year, this spring, another guy says, hey, I want to get into the lawn care business. I think there's enough market. I'm going to do it. And I'm going to undercut everybody's prices by $5. Do you think those other 3 or 4 guys are happy about that? No. Is there anything they can do to stop him? No. As long as he's doing a good job and he's making a profit, well, it doesn't even matter if he's making a profit. We can't stop this guy. If he goes out of business because he don't charge enough, that's on him. All we can do is run our business. Do you think these guys go up to the farm store that sells zero-turn mowers with pitchforks and torches? I can't believe you sold him a mower. You're saturating our market. No, they don't do that. But when it comes to a guy like us, me, some of my other friends that are trainers or coaches or they build equipment, if you ain't careful, you'll want them to sell you equipment. You just don't want them to sell anybody else any equipment. That's not how this works, guys. And I understand it. I do. But you got to back up away from it and look at it in the bigger picture. You can't do anything about it. All you can do is control your business. And if you start feeling the heat from competition, you just got to start doing better. You got to out-hustle, out-grind, out-market. And at the end of the day, whoever does the better job is going to win. Whoever provides the best service at the best price is going to win. Don't hate on the supply chain that keeps the thing running, right? Don't hate on them. There's no such thing. This isn't a union gig. It's capitalism. So embrace capitalism for all it is, the good and the bad, because at the end of the day, it's the best system we have. I'm not a fan of guys who are 1-2 years in the industry trying to start up a training company. I offer training. I've got 15 years of experience. I've done over $1 million washing. I don't say that I'm the best King Mac Daddy. There's tons of great guys out there you can go take training from. If you want to come take training from us, that's wonderful. We'd love to have you. I don't like the guys that they've washed $10,000 worth of stuff and they think they've got a training company. But you know what? I can't stop them. Hey, do whatever you want to, boo-boo. You do you, and I'll do me. And don't worry about where the chips fall. Just do the best you can and move on with life. It's capitalism, guys. So don't hate on it. Just embrace it. Do what you can. I hope you guys are successful. If a guy comes to me from Atlanta, and we've had this happen, says, hey, I want to buy a piece of equipment, take some training, and start a soft wash company. Roger that. Write me a check. We'll get you going. Another guy comes 6 months later from Atlanta. Hey, I want to take some training, get some equipment, and start a soft wash company in Atlanta. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to sell him some equipment and train him. Now, I hope both of those guys are successful, because why not? But it ain't my job at the end of the day to say, well, I don't want to oversaturate the market. No, the market will fix itself. If it gets oversaturated, the customers will fix that. The market will self-correct. You don't have to like it, but you do got to respect it. Hope you have a great Thursday, man. Check in later. Holla.